What's up guys, Amanda here today and welcome back to another speed build. This time I did something a little bit different. I based the floor plan and everything off of, well, a floor plan that I found online, and I also did it with someone else. I was staying over at my best friend's house and we decided that we would do a floor plan. We would each do it and see what it turned out. So we each had the same floor plan and we sat beside each other and we designed it. So this is what I ended up with. I have the picture of the floor plan in the corner for when I'm doing the actual floor plan itself. And so I started obviously doing the basic, like, what would you call it, like the outside floor plan to get like the basic shape of the house. And then I just continued doing upstairs as well. The upstairs was like the same thing as the downstairs, so I just copied that. Guess I could have literally copied it, but I guess I drew it instead. Any pauses like this is because I'm talking to her, so I didn't pause the recording, but I would pause and I'd talk to her about the build. And then I'd forget, oh, I'm recording, I should probably be building. So that's why there's those pauses like that, but hopefully there's not too many of them. I don't know. So that right there is meant to be a garage, but obviously it's The Sims, we don't have cars. So it doesn't end up being really anything. I keep it on the outside to look like a garage, but on the inside I don't really put anything in there, which is fine. It's not that big of a deal, but you know, if you use it in your own gameplay, you can, turn it into a skill building room or something, or maybe another bedroom. You can do that. You can take the garage part out, or you can just pretend like your sim is in the garage, the unnecessary garage. So I'm just continuing to do the floor plan. So at the end of the speed part, I will go in and I will look at my, not finished product, but my finished floor plan, and then I will go and look at hers, so you can also see hers and you can see the difference. And please tell me which one you think is closer to the original floor plan, because personally I think it's mine that's closer to the original floor plan, because it is. But I'd like to know what you think. I'd also like to know what you think that she may have done better than me. Because, her floor plan, or her interpretation of the floor plan, is not bad. It's just, it's very different from mine. And obviously, when she saw the floor plan, she wasn't going block for block accurate. I was going block for block accurate. I do not think that she was going block for block accurate. I just think that she was looking at it and just kind of building it. And then, so what she got ended up being a lot different than mine, which I think is good that our builds are so different from each other, because it looks like it's the same build, but it also looks like it's a different build, which I think is very good. So upstairs, moving on to up here, so doing the floor plan. So upstairs there are 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. One is the master bathroom and one is I took out the walls there. I ended up putting those walls back. And then, and then one is the bathroom that goes from the hallway, but also into the bedroom, which you can see. And again, I'm paused here, because I think I'm speaking to her. She's been playing The Sims a lot longer than me, but she doesn't play it as much as me. So, there's a lot of things that I kind of had to tell her how to do. She'd be like, oh, what? How did you do that? How did you the mezzanine thing? And I'm like, oh, okay, I'll show you. So I did show her that. It's not, what am I doing? Oh, I'm outstretching that. I think it was too small, but then it ends up outstretching it a little bit too much. Yeah, you got the different things that she doesn't know how to do in The Sims that I had to stop and teach her how to do. And then see, I put it out too much, and I'm like, oh, I gotta put it in a couple, so I do put it back in. Obviously the floor plan gets fidgeted around with a lot, because as I'm doing the floor plan on the inside, I'm like, oh, well, the scale is completely incorrect, and then I have to fix it, which is of course things that she also did, except I think she had a harder time with me because I was sitting beside her and she was like, I don't understand, it's not working. And I was like, yeah, happens, you just have to fidget with it. So I fidgeted it with it. Can I speak? I fidgeted with it a bit when I was doing the floor plan. And then, so I've got like the game room at the end, and then there's the mezzanine, those mezzanine things. So I just poked some holes in the flooring. Eventually there's going to be, what do you want to call it? Fences there. So they aren't just going to be solid walls, there'll be fences. So you would like look over the fence and look down to the first floor. I'm paused again. Why do I keep doing this? She had a lot of questions, I guess, that I was like answering for her. Sorry. Got distracted by something. And then, of course, I'm still trying to figure out the floor plan. So I've got in the back there, according to the floor plan, it's, well, I don't know how to explain this. The floor plan, this shows that there isn't a room there, but it shows that there's like windows there, like, so I was like, okay, so maybe that means that it's like open to the downstairs. Maybe, you know, I'm not sure if that's what it meant, but that's my interpretation of what it means. My friend, she did something different for that. She just like put a roof there, which is fine because who knows which one of us is right. We can't see the actual house. Again, I'm pushing things in a little bit because I'm like, oh, that's not correct. I'm almost done the floor plan here. Just trying to figure out some little things. And then, of course, adding some, what do you call them? Porches? That's what they're called. Yeah, I'm adding some porches. Oh, sorry. Moving around in my chair. And then I go back up and I add a balcony that's of course supposed to be there. When I do end up doing the furnishing, I do it close to what the furnishing is in the floor plan because I thought, you know, I was like, okay, well that's gotta be what you're supposed to do. And then I kind of changed it like up a little bit and added some more things to make it usable for the Sims or different for the Sims. But most of it's pretty much the same. So picture the floor plan is gone because I'm no longer working on the floor plan. Now I don't know what I'm doing actually. What am I doing? Oh, putting lights. I don't remember. I did this like a week or two ago. I don't remember what I did, even though I just went through everything to figure out where to put pictures. There's pictures of the floor plan. I just went through this. I don't remember still. Yeah, I ended up replacing the lights for the small areas with the really small ones. Those new ones that, well, they're just the nice ones sized down. They're not really new, but they're kind of new because they're sized down. So then I'm paused again. Man, I talked to her a lot. We're talking throughout the whole building process, which made the building process a lot more fun. Can't seem to talk. And like right there, I'm showing her like the door update. I'm like, oh yeah, so did you know that they updated doors and so you can like place them anywhere and it's the same as windows? And I showed her and she was like, what? That's amazing. She was like, oh, she really liked that. It was funny the things she doesn't know because she doesn't know any of the stuff. Like new packs, she doesn't know about them. She never knows unless she goes on because she doesn't keep an eye on all that kind of stuff. So she doesn't know about any of this stuff. And then like the door update, any update, she doesn't know. When they changed how the foundation worked, she didn't know. She just didn't know how to raise the foundation. Like she was like, how do you raise the foundation? And I was like, oh, here, click on it. Or you see that thing? Yeah, move that up and down. She was like, oh. I'm like, yeah, they updated that a while ago. But like, that's the thing is, they do updates like that, but they don't like tell anyone. So like people who don't like keep up online with the Sims or they don't watch any Sims videos, they won't know. So like she has no idea that happened. And it was kind of funny that she doesn't know all these things. And I'm like, haven't you been playing The Sims for longer than me? Like, what are you talking about? Why do I know this and you don't? trying to find a sliding door, and she was like, oh, there's like ones from Island Living that would work. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Because I guess I never used Island Living doors. I've never once used that door, and I was like, oh. And I was like, I feel like it doesn't really match with the house. Like, yeah, it's a sliding door, but I don't know. Because on the floor plan, there were like doors that were like obviously doors, but then there were these other things that was like, what is that? Is that just like an archway? So I kind of had to just like guess and just do what I thought would work or would go well. So it was like, it was guessing, you know? And of course, for the floor plan, I was like, okay, well, you move into a house, there's going to be closets already. So I just kind of put the closets in now, and not in the furnishing video, because the furnishing video is going to be a separate speed build, because if I didn't do that, it'd be a pretty long speed build, and that would be a long time for me to sit here and talk to myself, because I am running out of things to say. I mean, again, I paused. Why am I pausing so much? What am I doing? I mean, I know that I'm talking to her, but why am I doing it so much? Like, why am I pausing this building to talk to her so much? Like, I can talk to her at the same time, and I was talking to her at the same time. Like, a lot of the time. What am I... Sometimes I look at this, I'm like, what am I doing? Why am I doing that? Like, just build. Like, why do you have a door sitting there? Oh boy. Right now we're gonna put the doors upstairs. That's good. I put the door there because I thought it was the bathroom. Like, I didn't really pay attention. I was like, wait a second. Why is there a hole in the floor? I'm like, oh, that's the wrong room. Yeah, this is the bathroom, not the, that's the hole in the floor. Don't want to put a door to the hole in the floor. I did not mean to rhyme there. And then I was like, okay, gotta have a double door that would work for something like that, because it goes into like a gaming room, which has like I used like a thing from university, what was it, ping pong table? I used that, and then I used the couches. I just used couches, normal couches. I don't know why I was trying to explain that any further. It's just a couch, just some couches. Then I'm gonna put, yeah, I'm looking for something for the front door. I had no idea what to use for the front door. And I pulled at that door and I was like, no, not happening. Because I was trying to find a front door that would match like the build that there was online, and then, but also like would look good in The Sims. Which something in real life might not necessarily look good in The Sims. You know, because in real life you'll have like houses that'll be like just boxes. But in The Sims, if you do that, it looks hideous. It just looks, it looks so bad. What am I doing? It's a great view. Really entertaining content. Me? What do you... Hello? Why is it paused so much? What am I doing? Oh, I don't know what I was doing. I was messaging someone. I was talking to them, being like, oh yeah, I'm doing this build. I wasn't even talking to my best friend. I was talking to somebody else on my phone. Middle of a build. It's fine. As long as I'm not doing that right now. Yeah, like I took a picture. I was like talking to them, and I was like took a picture of the screen and being like, I'm doing this. They were like, okay. Because they don't really care about The Sims. But I do. I don't know what was stopping that from being able to go in. But like, it just couldn't. Like, I like, even now, I don't see anything that could possibly be stopping it. Like, I mean, obviously right there, because it's in the middle of a wall, but like, before, I don't know what was stopping it. I don't really get that. Beautiful pausing. It's really great. Let's get a nice view of the floor plan. I was like, oh, okay, now I need doors for all the other places. Why did I put it? Is there a door there? Is there a door in the floor plan there? There had to have been, or else I wouldn't have put that there. I was trying to find a door that wouldn't take up a lot of space, but also looked good there. So I just ended up using that door. I was like, well, I guess I'm gonna go, I'm out here. Just, I'm gonna put the porch, I think. No, I'm putting windows. Oh yeah, I'm deciding what windows. I'm like, oh, what windows would look good? I'm like, oh, you know what? I like the Seasons windows. I was like, let's use the darker ones. So then I put all the windows in. Okay, it's a lot of notification sounds right at once. Well, that was quite lovely. Guess still, whoa, I think it froze. I was like, oh no. It's still frozen. Oh, the panic in my voice when it froze. And I was like, oh, I haven't saved this at all, like once. So I saved it. We both hit the save button. We're like, oh yikes, neither of us have saved this once. Probably not a good thing. Then I continue with my windowing. Place that window in the wrong spot. I thought, yeah, do you think that the seasons windows definitely go? I of course used different size windows. And then I was like, oh yeah, there's something like there. There's like a thing. I guess it's like a chimney that goes there. And I was like, oh, what happened to this? I had to remake it a room because I'm trying to take away the floor so it's open to the bottom. And again, finding windows because I want something to, you know, above the counters because that was where the kitchen was gonna go. So I was gonna try to find a window that went above the counters. And I ended up raising the ceiling upstairs, I think. Not the ceiling, like making the walls taller, which I guess is the same thing as raising the ceiling, but you know. And of course putting the windows there. Did I have to raise the ceiling yet? I know I do it at some point, I think. I think. Yep, that makes sense. Yeah, I do it here because I'm like, oh, the door is like different. And I fix all the windows. Takes me a long time to do windows. It's like takes me as much time to do the windows as it does the actual floor plan itself. I have it on 3 times speed. I don't know what's going on where it's like glitching, the window glitching with the door. Shouldn't be doing that. They're not on the same tile, but whatever. Keep having to fix that. And I was like, oh, I still have those plain stairs because at the beginning I just put random stairs in there so I could like see where the stairs were gonna go. Like upstairs, I mean. I could see where they were gonna be. So I like changed the stairs now. Oh boy. And I was like, oh right, okay, so it goes all the way across because there's a door there. Can't forget to do that. There's a lot of switching things around that I have to do here. That's fine. Takes time to get close to perfection. I wouldn't say it's perfection, but it's close to perfection. And then I need a fence to go. I'm like, oh, that looks good. That's okay. Yep, that works. It all works. It's great. Oh boy. I think I'm just about done here, and then we can go in to look at the actual builds in live mode. But I guess I do still have to do the roof though. That I do in this little first part of the speed build. I think I'm just making sure all the windows look okay. And then I move that, I'm like, that's not in the right spot. Then I realized that it goes all the way to over there, and it stretches, and then there's another staircase there. I'm trying to make sure I got everything correct, but it's not that easy. And then doing the roof, I was looking and I was like, oh my goodness, what do I do with the roof? Her roof's a bit strange. I don't think she understands how to roof. She just kind of put pieces on and was like, there you go. And I was like, okay, this is a little weird. Like me, on the other hand, I'm like fidgeting with it so much, like, oh no, that's not good. The roof pieces are not the same like height, because, well, they're the same height, but not like the same like depth, I guess you could say, because you need to get them to fit into each other, and that's not that easy. This is where I was looking and I was like, this is a bit strange. So the roof here is a bit strange, but oh well. And like right there, it looks a little bit awful. And like I didn't really know how to fix it. So I was like, alright, well, guess it's just gonna look absolutely horrible. I don't know, I tried my best. I think the fact that I tried my best is good enough, right? And then I realized there was that, and I was like, oh, what do I do here? And well, I wasn't going to put a piece of roof on it. Like, it was supposed to be like a chimney. So, you don't do that. And paused again. Oh, come on. You're almost done the build and you're pausing? There, okay. Oh my goodness. I think we're almost done here. Oh, come on. What am I doing? Going around like that. Yeah, just gonna finish the chimney, and then we are going to hop into live mode. So as you can see here, you have my, not finished project, but my finished floor plan. So this is, you know, what it looks like. You got, this is gonna be bathroom, laundry room, kitchen, and stuff. So you come upstairs, floor plan here, put the walls up. This is what I have right now. And here we have hers. You know, you can see like the similarities and that we were going off of the same floor plan, but obviously very different, very, very different from mine, I guess, because obviously when you have, you know, something like, I'm gonna show you, you have something like in a floor plan, it might be like a half tile right here, but in the Sims we can't do that. So both of our interpretations for whether we did a full wall or just didn't do another wall are of course very different. So yeah, this is what she ended up with. It's certainly interesting, you know. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know why she did that. You know, she's got porch, I guess. That's good that she has the porch. She has some doors that lead to nowhere. Well, I mean, they don't lead to nowhere. You just kind of jump. Sims can't really do that, though. And then there's, you know, there's upstairs, which again, it's the same but different, you know? This isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's just what she did. Anyway, I'm going to leave this here. I hope you enjoy, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.